If the draw against St Mirren was a wobble, was today's draw a collapse? Welcome back to Fog Football. Heart of Midlothian won, Dundee United won, and to be honest, Jambo Bear, you could have lost this game, but it's 9 wins, 3 draws. You feeling the pressure? You feeling the heat from the two Glasgow teams, are you?
Absolutely not. Could have lost it, but also could have won it. Multiple penalty claims. Yeah, maybe could have had one. Dundee United had multiple goals chalked off or offside. Close game. Could have went either way. I'm not bothered. Hearts are still the only unbeaten team left in Britain, so it is what it is.
Well, yeah, that's a good stat to have, I guess, but it's a game that most people would have labelled it as must win. Now, those people, Hugh Keevins, let's talk about Hugh Keevins. This is a guy that said Hearts were champions elect. Celtic had no chance of winning the league. I think Hugh Keevins is...
Oh no, Hugh Keevins is an arsehole and he's setting Hearts up for failure. I say that when Hearts beat Celtic and went 8 points in front, I say that Celtic are still marginal favourites for the title, and even though Hearts had an 8-point lead. Hugh Keevins claimed that the title was done. He said it was over. He says that Celtic cannot win the league title after that. So I don't know what Hugh Keevins' problem is. I don't know why he's trying to... Is he doing that to try and make it look like Hearts have absolutely folded or Hearts have collapsed if they do fall down and don't win the league? Like, I don't know what his... what's his narrative here? What's he got to gain by... He's almost claiming like, oh, Hearts are 20 points in front with about 7 games to go. No, it was an 8-point lead early in the season. I mean, Hugh Keevins... Don't understand it whatsoever.
I think too much of a deal, we'll get into the game in a minute, but I think too much of a deal is getting made about Hearts, right? This season, let's say Hearts win the league. It was never going to be Hearts keep winning every single game and Celtic and whoever keep dropping points forever. It's never going to go down that way. If Hearts are going to win this league, I believe it's going to be by a few points. They're not going to win it by 15 or 20. I mean, how do you go 40 years, right, without anyone else outside the top two lifting a league title, baby, to a team outside them, then winning it by like 25 points? It was never going to go that way. Hearts have played 12 games, 9 wins and 3 draws. It's hardly a shite record. Like, honestly, see when Hearts went 8 points clear of Celtic, it's not a case of, oh, here, Hearts are going to build on that. To me, it was always viewed as breathing space to leave manoeuvre for mistakes, for drop points, and that's exactly what it's done. The gap's 7 with a game in hand. Now, of course you wanted to beat Dundee United, you wanted to beat St Mirren. Dundee United...
But they're difficult games. Am I disappointed with 5 out of the 9 points that we've accomplished in the last 3 games? Yes, but I would have took 7 beforehand. And I just don't think 5 is I don't think it's crumbling. I don't think it's panic stations. It's not ideal. But again, Dundee United and St Mirren are 2 good teams, and the league table might show them right now sitting in the bottom 6, but I think that they could be. I think they'll both be fighting for the top 6, and we've seen Dundee United and St Mirren have good results against big teams in the league, so I don't think it's as big a deal as people are making it to be.
No, it's definitely not. But here, if you continue to drop points, you won't be there at the end, and that is a fact. But Hearts go with pretty much the same team as they always have. Magnussen in for the start though, no Beninjabi. That's not what you want there. But in terms of the game, Dundee United always offered a threat on the counter. Sapsford, Dolchek, some good players in there, and that wee whole gimmick. Oh, no Scottish players in the starting 11. They didn't give a shit, did they?
No, I mean, at the end of the day, you want the players that are going to give you the best chance of winning the game.
If the Jamestown Analytics don't have any Scottish players, who cares?
I mean, ideally, I think you'd...
See if the 49ers never signed a Scottish player again, we won the league, I wouldn't care.
I think you'd prefer them to be Scottish, like, but it's not...
Yes.
It's not it's not like a must criteria that needs to be met, like... But I do think that, you want to have like a Scottish spine, you want to have Scottish players in the team, but if you're winning, if you're winning games and you don't have any Scots, it
only becomes a problem when you're not winning games.
Aye.
And that, and then that's when these things get highlighted. But anyway, into the game of football, Hearts make it 1-0 with an own goal from the goalkeeper. Right, folks, I never watched this game. We listened to this game. So what happened with Kukarenko? Own goal.
Well, it's in that. It's hit the post and hit him half him like it's...
Hit the shot, Shankland.
Kizaridis,
there you go. But see, on this occasion he didn't have a shitey Dane Murray just letting it on past. No. He was supposed to let it on past, cracked off the goalie, 1-0, and Hearts, well, you thought they were going to do something with this, but they never did.
Yeah, took the lead but couldn't hold on. Very disappointed to concede a goal just for the break. Lucas Stevenson with the equaliser. And then in the second half, both teams had chances.
I think we need to teach Dolchek the offside rule.
Yeah, he was caught offside multiple times here. I think Dundee United had the ball in the back of the net on 4 occasions, but only one of them counted.
Yeah, I mean...
Now here, the 3 offside goals were probably... I mean, even though like one
some
of
were
them was
like
close,
yards offside and the numbers were closer.
I mean, it's the correct decision, but still, it must be frustrating for Dundee United knowing that you're coming so close on these occasions. And you could maybe they're needlessly offside as well. You know, it's one of those occasions where do you really need to be in an offside position still to score that? I'm not necessarily sure. So, yeah, no, I think Dundee United will be upset they didn't win, but I think Hearts will think that they should have won this as well. Derek McInnes has come out though. He called it an off day, and if Hearts have a few more off days, they might not be sitting top of the table much longer.
But see, I think this is a difference, right? Yeah, Derek McInnes isn't exactly used to going for titles, etc., etc., but he said we weren't good enough to win the game. The players had an off day, they're allowed that. I mean, if you compare that to other managers, like you've heard Brendan Rodgers, a lot of times earlier on this season, like Martin, first game of the season against Motherwell, it's like, it's actually refreshing to hear a manager talk this way about his players. Because normally it's fucking like they condemn them, or the other option, which is blame the officials and decisions. I mean, there was plenty of handball shouts in this game, but Derek McInnes hasn't went for that. He talked about how good Dundee United were, and they set up well with a 3-5-2, put a lot of number 10s on the pitch to counter-attack Hearts, and they created countless opportunities. And if you were to pick a winner, I would have to go with Dundee United, because that's all it sounded like. Now, in terms of sports scene, that'll be on later tonight, but in terms of this game, Hearts, they'll take the point, and it's against Dundee United, a team that's good. And you're right, I think Dundee United and St Mirren will definitely be fighting in that top. Dundee United have been unlucky and they've got a squad. The league's that close. They've got a good squad, good players, they've signed well.
Yeah, drawing against Dundee United doesn't mean you can't win the league.
No, absolutely not. And the fact that they had the ball that many times in the back of the Hearts net, yeah, all it takes is a shitey VAR decision, and we've seen how shite they can be, how shite the lines were. The lines in that St Mirren Hibs game last night, absolute mess. By the way, they were just changing them anyway, guys. We'll leave it there. Hearts won, Dundee United won. We're back later on. Until next time, peace.